नमस्कार. आयच्या हेडोनाक तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. विशय आसा म्हादय राखपाचो आनी इतली वर्सां सरकार कांयच करना म्हणटकीर सद्या खंय तरी ट्रिब्युनला मुखार गोंय सरकार प्रभावीपणान बाजू मांडटना दिसता. कितें आसा केसीची सद्याची परिस्थिती आनी दोन्ही राज्यां कडेन महाराष्ट्र आनी कर्नाटका कडेन ही कायदेशीर लढाई झगडटना गोंय कितली मेरेन तग धरपाक शकता हे आमकां सांगपाक शकता. तर सगळ्यांत म्हत्वाचे आनी जे थंय बाजू लढयतात गोंयची ते गोंयचे एडवोकेट जनरल आत्माराम नाडकर्णी. स्वागत तुमचें. सर, केसीचो स्टेटस कितें आहा? कारण म्हाका दिसता फर्स्ट टायम अशें दिसता की प्रभावीपणान बाजू मांडटात, गोंयचे ट्रायब्युनल आयकूनय घेता आनी मातशी गोंयची फावरादय दिसता. व्हॉट इज द एक्झॅक्ट स्टेटस?
म्हादय ही एक इंटरस्टेट रिवर. ही नदी जी पळय आसा ती 3 राज्यां, ती ताजो उगम कर्नाटकान सुरू जाता खानापुरा कडेन. खानापुरा कडल्यान वेरियस ट्रायब्युटरीज आसात ताज्यो, हलतारा, कटिका, ऑल दोज कणकुंबी एंड ऑल दो. ती महाराष्ट्रान आसा आनी मागीर गोंयान येता. सो ती कर्नाटका, महाराष्ट्र आनी गोंय अशे 3 राज्यां भितर ही म्हादय नदी हाजें उदक व्हांवता. कर्नाटकान जवळ जवळ ती 16 ते 18% आसा. 4 ते 6% ती महाराष्ट्रान आसा. उरिल्ली सगळी गोंयान आसा. गोंयान ताजे टोटल लेंथ 75 किलोमिटर्स आसा. पयलीं अशें ठरयल्लें की ताजे टोटल लेंथ 52 किलोमिटर. आतां आमी पयर डिजिटल सर्वे जेन्ना केलो तेन्ना ताजे टोटल लेंथ 76 किलोमिटर्स म्हणून मेळ्ळें आमकां. दॅट्स अ व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट डेव्हलपमेंट इन फेवर ऑफ गोवा. आतां अप टू गांजे देर इज अ टायडल इन्फ्लुएन्स. सो फ्रॉम गांजे ऑनवर्ड्स, बिकॉज ऑफ द टायडल इन्फ्लुएन्स, द वॉटर इज सॅलायन. सॅलिनिटी म्हणजे दर्याचें उदक ताका मेळ्ळां, सो ताका म्हळ्यार सॅलिनिटी. नाव सॅलिनिटी जाल्ल्या कारणान दॅट वॉटर कॅनॉट बी युज्ड. बट टिल गांजे द वॉटर इज अ फ्रेश वॉटर. सो इट कॅन बी यूज्ड फॉर ड्रिंकिंग, it can be used for hydropower generation, it could be used for irrigation purposes, it could be used for industrial purposes, and being a fresh water, it can be you use it for marine resources and everything, whatever is possible with water. Now what Karnataka is planning to do, Karnataka has got about 6 dams on this particular river. Maharashtra has got about 8 dams on this particular river. Between the two of them, if this is allowed, then surely water level in Goa will get depleted. And if you ask me, it will get depleted to such a level that even river navigation will be impossible in these particular rivers. As to the paristhiti पहिली अंजुन्या, सध्या April, May, it is all dried up. If you go to Sakricha फुडे जर तू वचत, it is all dried up. You can see the bottom of the river. Imagine in the lean season also, this is in lean season, peak season also monsoon. Once the dam is constructed, all the water of the rainwater will get stored there. They will have the reservoir. We will not have anything.
कर्नाटकान जो बेसिक आर्ग्युमेंट घाल्लो डॅम्स कंस्ट्रक्ट करतना की तांकां अल्टिमेटली ते उदक पिवपा खातीर व्हरपाक जाय. गोंय तुगेलें हें सगळें उदक वेस्ट करता, वापरना. हो आर्ग्युमेंट आमी कसो टॅकल?
करेक्ट. नाव इन फॅक्ट तुमी जर पयलीं पळयलें, दे सेड they want to use it for drinking water. We showed them there are 22 rivers in Belgaum, in Karnataka, in that area. Please use the water. Plus there is no transmission lines for taking away those water. Then they changed their stand and they said we want to divert it outside the basin to Malaprabha basin because there is shortage of water in Malaprabha and people in Hubli-Dharwad region require it for drinking. So then we pointed out that Malaprabha basin, before Krishna tribunal, you have taken this stand and you have said drinking water you have sufficient, irrigation you don't have. So apparently you are using this water for irrigation purpose. So they amended their statement of claim. And in their amended statement, now they have come out 2.7 something is for drinking water, rest all is for irrigation purpose. See, the whole thing is all these Karnataka politicians and Maharashtra politicians, they are interested in that sugar cane. Once you have a sugarcane factory, then they get those voters. So all those farmers become voters. So basically that is the idea, that you grow sugarcane, allow these irrigation things. So it's basically it's the policy of the state that
गोयचे उदक मारून स्वतःचे राजकारण आणि स्वतःची राजकीय कारकीर्द करपाचे कारस्थान
हय सामके आणि हाच्या पयलीं गोंय सरकार बळी पडल्यात.
कित्याक बळी पडले तुम्ही आता फुल केस पळयले?
I have studied that case, but I have only studied the merits of the case. Now, why these earlier politicians have done this, only two persons will be able to tell you. One, they themselves, whoever was the chief minister at that time will be able to tell you, or God himself can tell you what was in his mind. I can't tell you, but I can tell you one thing. That particular decision was not a very well studied decision taken by the chief minister. See, one thing is
allowing them construction.
Correct. Allowing them, any chief minister acts based on instructions given by him. It is presumed that he acts in the interest of the state. Now, for example, Haltar Nala, when the chief minister gave consent, probably he thought that part of the water will be given to Goa. And if part of the water is given to Goa, we may, by this dam construction, get a better flow. Instead of, because there are sakli, there are floods, etc., so they can be prevented. Probably all these things may be at the back of his mind. All is not available on records. It was just a simple meeting where minutes were drawn up. But Maharashtra cares two hoods for this meeting. They just ignored this Haltar thing and went and started doing things at Katika Nala.
तुम्ही एक गजाल जाणवता की फाटली इतली वर्सां भितर गव्हर्नमेंटान गोयची गव्हर्नमेंटान खूप ब्लंडर्स केली ह्या केसी भितर जाय तितली सिरियसली घेतली
सिरियसली घेतली ना हे आम्ही म्हणपाची गरज ना. कर्नाटका इज सेइंग दॅट. Karnataka openly before the tribunal started saying that for the first time we have started seeing Goa is coming fully prepared and Goa is, has taken the matter seriously. Otherwise Goa was some, I don't know who it is, I don't want to get into that, but basically Goa side was not represented, nobody took it seriously. Seriousness came only after Mr. Parrikar was sworn in as Chief Minister on 9th March 2012. In April, thereafter seriousness started coming in. I have seen the records, I have got the records. I came into picture only thereafter.
दोन मुद्दे, एक कळसा बंदराचा मुद्दा असा आणि एक विरडीचा मुद्दा असा. As far as कळसा बंदरा is concerned, what is our status right now? We are saying that the pendulum is swinging in our favor. But
Kalsa Bhandara in that project right now, Karnataka has been asked not to divert the water. There is a wall which is constructed. Okay, so insofar as Kalsa Bhandara is concerned, we are completely protected there. Now, if you ask staying of construction, that construction has already been completed 95%. So 5%, there is no point in staying construction. Whereas in case of Maharashtra, that is just started. Not just started in 5 years back, 7 years back started. So it has not reached to that level. So we are not taking any risk. So I have said every component of that transbasin diversion should be stayed. Today we have taken a little stronger stand that Maharashtra, the total yield which is shown is 22 million cubic meters. What they plan to divert is 21 million cubic meters. And if you see the local use there is 3 million cubic meters. So when you get 22 in the river, you are planning to divert 21 plus 3, 24. So that is something, it's blasphemy, therefore it can't be agreed to at all. But I don't know how, these are all things of the past, But today the government wants a complete stay on the construction of the dam itself.
What is तुमका ट्रायब्युनलाचे मूड पळयल्यार कितें दिसता? विरडीचेर तरी कितें दिसता मूड तुमका सध्या कारण आर्ग्युमेंट्स
Virdi, they have already granted injunction against construction. And they have cut the matter. In fact, last time I started my arguments. After I started my argument, the Maharashtra Council got up and he said, look, we want to sit and resolve the matter. Now, whenever a matter is being heard, if you request the court that I want to resolve the matter, the judges never say don't resolve, you hear.
Correct.
So therefore it is always that judges said all that given opportunity. He said he is 100% optimistic that the matter would be resolved. I said I am very this one because unless I see for myself what it is, we can't give consent like past. So we would not like to take any risk. Otherwise the matter should be argued. So it is specifically fixed that if there is no resolution between the two states, matter will be argued on this Friday.
कित्याक लागून महाराष्ट्र बॅकफुटाचेर गेला अशें दिसता? What is the reason?
Maharashtra doesn't have any permission. See, any interstate river, you need permission from the central government. They don't have. They don't have permission from the planning commission. They don't have investment clearance from the water resources ministry. They do not have the environmental clearance. They have not done any EIA study. They have not done any dam break analysis which they are required to do. dam break analysis they are required to do in any case, because once the dam breaks, what will happen to the surrounding areas? That also they have not done. Okay, they do not even have the in principle approval of the Maharashtra government itself. So all these things are there, all these are illegalities, and these illegalities go to the root of the matter.
फाल्यां जर महाराष्ट्र compromise करपाक येता, what are going to be our terms and conditions?
Compromise at our terms. Compromise at our terms. One, ensure that the lean season flow which is going on does not get depleted in any manner whatsoever. Two, even if you are going to store the monsoon water, give us a share of the monsoon water, reasonable and fair share of the river water. Okay. And three, whatever you do has to be monitored by both the states. We are ready to go for a joint project also. Like for example, from Haltara, we could have brought the water and pumped it into Anjune Dam. With Katika you can't do because there are two ridges in between. Through the two ridges it is impossible. So these are matters which are required to be seen.
तुम्ही म्हणता महाराष्ट्रान खंयचेच परमिशन घेतलं ना, खंयचेच परमिशन आसन काम स्टार्ट केलें.
कांयच परमिशन ना.
And what is the main? Now तुम्ही कर्नाटकाचे सांगले, it is that sugarcane lobby that is pushing the investment. What about Maharashtra? What is the main reason?
Maharashtra says that this is a minor irrigation project. This is what their stand is. We have exposed them before the tribunal through our pleadings. Your minor irrigation project has 2 hydropower generation plants. Okay? Minor irrigation project, you want to do 1,979 hectares. Minor irrigation project. Okay? Minor irrigation project, you have shown industrial use. Then you have shown drinking use. These are multi-purpose projects.
Correct.
So you can't get away with these kind of things.
कर्नाटकात मुदीक बोवाळ जालो की इतले सगळे स्टे आसून ते वॉल बिल बांदून सुद्धा कर्नाटकान काम चालू दवरला आणि हिस्ट्री टेल्स की कर्नाटका युजुअली doesn't listen to tribunal orders and goes ahead and does their dadagiri.
You are right. But when we went and checked what they were doing, the work is on a different duct. Whatever, see, one of the newspapers unfortunately brought out, showed something else and said this is open now and all that. That is not the way. We went and checked thereafter. The inspection was done. I had myself gone. We found that that particular thing where it had to be blocked, they have blocked. And it is blocked and it is still blocked. There is no water flowing out of that. Okay, because now monsoon will come. We'll know if there is any water flowing out of that. If it flows, definitely we'll take stand on that. But the other construction which they are doing in Malaprabha Basin for the construction of ducts and all, how can you stop them? It is at their own risk they are doing.
कर्नाटका ट्रिब्युनलाची ऑर्डर फाल्यां मान्य करतले हाजे कॉन्फिडन्स आसा तुमकां.
कर्नाटका ट्रिब्युनलाची ऑर्डर जर मान्य केली ना जाल्यार ताका डिफरंट रेमेडीज आसात. कळ्ळें तुका? सो we will take steps for that. It is not an easy thing that you can simply violate a tribunal. It's an interstate tribunal. Once the interstate tribunal is formed, it is formed pursuant to Article 262 of the Constitution. 262 on the Interstate River Disputes Act under Section 11. Once that tribunal is constituted, no other court in the country, including Supreme Court of India, has any jurisdiction to pass any orders. So it is only that tribunal which can go into it.
So we can say two things. First, Goa is ready to discuss the matter with Maharashtra on our terms.
On our terms.
And no compromise with Karnataka.
No compromise with Karnataka. Compromise is out of question. Compromise with anybody is out of question unless Goa's interests are fully protected. And my request is every Goan, I mean, how can somebody be a Goan and still not love Goa?
Correct.
So every Goan must, for the sake of Madai, participate in this dispute, must be aware of this dispute, must be aware of what is happening in this dispute. And every Goan must pay attention and do whatever he can. For example, this is the hottest hotspot of biodiversity of United Nations. I have given opinion to the state government that please file a suit against Union of India and get compensation. Because of that particular thing,